I hope you guys had a wonderful rest of the week last week and a good weekend. It's all a buzz everywhere. Epstein files. Epstein files. What do we make of all of this? What you say, DeBreeze? What you think about it?
Well, I mean, I don't have much an opinion about Mr. Orange Peel. um, he must feel like he got some trick up his sleeve that we're not aware of. I guess. I guess we'll see, cause it don't look too good for him. One way or the other, even if those files were indeed or are indeed in a position where it won't shine any light on him, there are still crimes he committed.
Right, right.
So whether they're gonna stick them on him or these Epstein files too, for that matter, we'll see.
Well, here's the thing. He says now, let them, meaning us, Democrats, whoever, let them have the emails.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
With that being said, he wants investigations opened up into specific Democrats that had encounters and relationships, friendships with Epstein as well,
Right.
and partied with Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that it was the Democrats that were overly friendly with Epstein and that had great friendships with him. So he doesn't have anything to worry about, because after all, it wasn't him. It was those Democrats that were the ones that was involved with Epstein and not him.
I got you.
Okay. So here's how it goes. If investigations are opened up into those Democrats, then those files aren't going to be released, because they can't be released while there's an
Under
open
investigation.
Yes.
So he thinking if he can expedite this
So
investigation process, then so that's why he think he's okay, all right.
He thinks he's slick again.
Well, here's the thing. What exactly is he going to investigate? Do we know? Investigate them
It's
on
a
what?
double-edged sword.
Because if the
if
investigation
there's-
is over
if
and they
there-
don't find anything, then what?
Right, because initially you said there was nothing here to see. There's
Right.
nothing in here. There was nothing there. That's what the Department of Justice said. There was nothing there.
This is the same person that got a picture with Epstein. It's all over the internet. A picture with him.
Right.
How can you take a picture with somebody you don't know?
And then the emails that were read on Friday, his name is all through there. So you was partying too. The pictures show you was partying. And you was smiling and having a good time. Had your arm around the man's shoulders and everything. Y'all was quite friendly.
Man.
I mean, I don't put my arms around somebody I'm not friendly with.
That part. But see, here's what I find. Here's the tricky part. Epstein said he didn't like him. So what does that make Trump? A man that has done the evilest of things don't like you?
Right.
What does that say about you? You was after that man's status. And you might have just up and took it.
Right.
Without all the baggage he carrying.
And then another part to that is, now Steve Bannon, who was one of Trump's high officials.
He looked like he
in the
drunk
first-
all the time.
I know.
All the time.
I know.
Like he be plastered.
In the first term, he and Epstein were close.
Right. Exactly.
And in these emails, they got going back and forth. They're discussing Trump heavily
Yeah.
and what they were planning to do about Trump and whatnot. So, come on now.
I mean, hey.
And then all of a sudden, Oh, and then in one of the emails they said, well, don't worry about it. If you get caught, I'll make sure I send you somewhere far away where you won't have to worry about extradition. You know what I'm trying to say.
Extradition. Yeah.
Right.
Banning.
And then he gets fired.
Uh-oh.
So why would he get fired? If there's nothing to see here and there's nothing to hide, you ain't did nothing. What was you trying to suppress back there in the first term? What was you trying to suppress?
Hey.
And at that time, this was a time where Epstein was actually in jail, in prison at this time before he committed suicide.
Yeah, his first term. Yeah.
Or supposed suicide.
I don't think it was.
As far as I'm concerned, that's questionable too.
I don't think it was.
So,
I think Epstein threatened Trump with the thought
With
of
some
those
stuff.
files. Those
Right.
files themselves. He already in jail for the stuff that he got caught for.
Right.
He want everybody else to go down with him.
Right.
That include Trump. So, I mean, we're gonna put two and two together. I ain't gonna say nothing,
Right. But
we all know.
a person like that, a person with that kind of status,
Mhm.
a person with that kind of money
Right.
is not
Excuse me.
going to do stuff like that and have people around him that he's not going to have a little record of something
Right.
on each person that commingles around him.
Mm,
Come on now.
he find dirt on everybody if he
Come
had
on.
to.
You just not over here having a grilled cheese sandwich. Come on.
Here's the weird part about him that I don't get. How is it that you want to dig up dirt on everybody around you,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't think the people around you ain't got all the dirt they need on you?
Mm-hmm.
All they got to do is flip the switch. They can all come together and say, I've had enough of this.
Mm-hmm.
And you out of there.
Absolutely.
And it's going to take enough of them. I'm telling you, Republicans and Democrats alike. They're
going to have to come together.
and it's going to happen. And they're going to get him out of there. Because he's going to throw everybody under the bus. That's what's going to happen. He's going to throw his whole administration under the bus.
Oh, yeah. He's mad now.
Once he figures out that he cannot get from under this, he going to fire the whole administration.
Right.
And it's just going to be him. And then what? He claimed he got all these lawyers. He got you know what I'm saying? He got all his money. He can make anything go away. All right, cool. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Because when you ain't got no party, what you going to do?
Right. And
You ain't got
can't-
nobody to listen
and
to.
you can't make anything go away.
No.
And everything go away.
Not if it's public record. No.
Ask Diddy. Anyway, I digress. So, Marjorie. Poor Marjorie.
Ah.
Emmy's true.
Huh?
Emmy's true.
Poor Marjorie Green.
Yeah.
Now she's saying that she's getting death threats because of him turning on her and calling her a traitor and whatnot.
Oh. What is it that Thugger said? Whoop-de-doo. Okay? Tough titty.
Yes.
You chose that. Okay? You should have stayed in your place in terms of this politics thing. You should have left him alone. But you wanted to be how almighty Trump, and now look.
Right. And nobody's really coming to her aid, but you said some horrific things.
Of course.
Supporting him.
Of course.
Horrific
Of course.
things. People aren't going to come to your aid.
Nope.
They're not going to feel sorry for you.
You can't jump ship now.
Because this is the house that you built.
You gotta lay in that bed you making.
But you might not be by yourself because it looks like Megyn Kelly is going to be showing up with her suitcases soon. So just wait.
And I'm not gonna lie, JD Vance next. He next. He ain't gonna like it, but he next. I'm telling you.
You think so?
His motorcade already ran over somebody.
No.
He ain't say apology.
And
He
didn't
ain't
get
send an
on there.
apology or nothing.
No.
Ain't say
No.
nothing. So you know what's gonna happen next.
So don't even think you gonna run for president, because we won't forget that.
As far
and
as
the Republicans won't forget that.
As-
You didn't
man.
show any kind of humanism at all.
There's
So you
no-
can forget about that.
rich people don't know what humility is, and even if they
Yeah,
do,
but you're right. They don't go around kissing babies and stuff like that no more.
and even if they do, the only ones I would consider like the rich folk are the ones that actually didn't have anything at 1st and worked to make said money.
right.
Not the ones that was born into it and it was just like, here's your money, do what you will. Those are the ones that really don't know humility because they've been given everything instead of working hard for every dime that they made.
Right.
So
Right.
the dynamic is so wide in terms of the riches, because there's some rich people out here that really don't care about the human being,
No.
and black and white, all it don't matter
It
what
don't
color.
matter. You got that right. It don't matter what
It don't matter what color.
what color you are.
If that dollar sign mean more than the state of a human being, daggone it, they're gonna make sure that dollar bill is worth looking at.
Yeah.
It's
Until they
sucks.
need an organ to save their life.
Right. What money gonna save that? Yeah, that. What you gonna get a fake organ? You gonna get AI to go ahead and make you one so you can put it in your body?
Exactly.
You think it's gonna work how it work in movies? No,
And
we
that-
not finna John Q you, sir, madam. It's not happening. Sorry.
No. So affordability,
Oh God.
the word that the Republicans hate to hear.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Well, McDonald's has now stated that low-income people are no longer their key consumers.
That's a joke, right?
No, I'm dead serious.
That's a joke.
It used to be that low-income people were the ones that pretty much built them, because they were economical.
Yeah,
But they are no longer economical.
I believe that.
Yeah.
If I'm spending $20 for 2 Happy Meals, something is wrong.
And so they even bold enough to let us know that.
That's cool.
And we good about that. We good.
That's cool.
We good. Because that same $20, you could take to Chili's and get your people real meals.
Right. Or you can spend that same $20 at the damn grocery store and bargain shop
Yeah,
and cook for the whole week.
exactly.
People don't even know
Exactly.
how to conserve the food that they get because they get it in such small portions. By the middle of the week, you done ran out. Especially if you got more than 2 kids. Or if you got a whole house full of people,
Right.
you got to cook more.
But see, and this will be a topic for another show, but I got to ask this question too.
Mm-hmm.
Do people know how to cook anymore? And I say people because I don't want to be gender specific and just say, do women know how to cook anymore? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to get bashed for
No,
saying that.
all right, no,
But-
no, you're not. Because here's the thing: if women don't know how to cook, then they don't know how to cook. That's just the truth. Especially if there are more of them now than there were. That means they don't want anything to do with nurturing a person, child or man alike.
Right.
If you don't want to cook, you don't want to eat. So you're willing to go out here and eat food that's processed,
But the
Before you
thing
cook it at home?
is, were
or at
they-
least learn.
But were they taught?
Of course not.
See, that's the problem.
Of course not.
That's the problem. I had a grandmother. I had a mother
Right.
that taught me how to cook. I had aunts that showed me how to cook.
Right.
And when I got married, I had my mother-in-law
Mhm.
to show me her ways,
Right.
the country ways to cook.
Mm.
Those things aren't happening anymore.
No, because the principles and the morals and the foundation that we have built to stand on those, it wasn't passed down. The trauma was. Like we not us as a generation now, like my generation, we have a chance to break that cycle.
Exactly.
But the
Exactly.
problem with that is that we as a generation are already dealing with an economic crisis.
Yes.
If things were the way they were maybe 4 years ago, roughly around the pandemic era, I would say, or a little bit after that, like after it then settled down and everything, that would have, well, I can't even say that. I would really say either leading up to the pandemic or before it. Best time to get you an apartment, a car, something. But inflation is a bitch. And it affects everything. The housing market, supply chains, why? What is the point in raising these prices when the people that you want to buy it ain't going to buy it?
Exactly.
They going to buy it from somewhere
See,
else.
And even with that, what has made it worse, the tariffs have made it worse. But what also has made it worse is the ICE and Border Patrol raids. You know, the immigrants, snatching them out of the textile warehouses and all of that.
They just got to North Carolina, didn't they?
Yes, I'm gonna get to that. But doing that, snatching them out of the fields, affecting agriculture, all of that has made the prices of everything go up. Because now you got this bulk of labor that's gone.
Yeah.
So that's going to increase the prices. You know?
Because the people that's actually making that ridiculous ass food want more bang for their buck because they came up with it. All the farmers have been suffering for a long time.
And still suffering. And he was asked today in the Oval Office, would the farmers still receive aid and whatnot and assistance? And he was like, oh yeah, we're always gonna be there for our farmers. We always want to take care of our farmers, and you know, if they need aid and assistance,
your farmers.
We'll give it to them.
Your farmers.
We'll give it to them when the time comes. We'll give it to them.
Yeah.
Well, damn it,
Whoa.
the time is here. Where are you?
He said when the time come.
Yeah.
The time was years ago.
Yeah.
Leave the farmers alone.
Right.
Some people want
Right.
fresh shit.
Yeah. Stop giving Argentina that money. Okay.
And what do they even need it
Stop
for?
giving Argentina that money.
What they even need it for?
I don't know. And pour the money into our farmers.
What did he
For
send it for?
our cattle.
What they send it for?
It was something to do with soybeans.
And what they get in return? Some soybeans. So now everything gonna be made out of soy. Sending how much? They spent 200 what? 200 almost 300 billion over there, or million?
Billion, I believe it was.
2 billion?
No, 2 billion.
Was it?
Yeah.
That could have been used to fund SNAP for the next several years.
Yeah. It could have taken care of the healthcare subsidies too.
It also
that you
could have.
say it's not affordable.
You know what it also could have done? It also could have gotten rid of inflation. That way, they can make their money back. Because we now coming in and spend that money because now it's affordable again.
Yeah.
If you really want our money, make it so we'll go spend it. Not make it so we are forced to go spend it.
Absolutely.
We should be able to go somewhere budget friendly, stock up the crib, you leave us alone.
Yeah.
Why you want to wait until somebody who you don't even know is fitting to take everything from you to be like, I'm going to take everything from you? And then we become collateral damage because they don't know what's going on.
Right.
This is the government that's supposed to be serving us. And they willing to throw us off to the highest bidder if need be.
Exactly.
The tragedy in that is unspeakable.
While they're making America great again.
And it's the Great Depression. I guess that's what he thinks America was. A Great Depression. Have at it, sir. We're not trying to be that damn depressed.
Well, according to the New York Post, this year's turkey dinner prices have increased 18% compared to last year's prices.
That's too damn much. So how much is a turkey these days? $50? $60?
I don't know, but
And if they're doing it by the pound, I'm pretty sure a 10-pound turkey gonna be about $50, $60.
ooh, I don't know. I haven't even looked at the turkeys, but I know one sticker that I saw on TV earlier today. Now that turkey was 89 cents a pound, but it was off brand.
So it's probably not even a real turkey.
Yeah, it's probably a real turkey, but it may not be. I don't want to say that. Well, I'm gonna say it. It may not be the freshest of frozen turkeys. Like it might have been last year's turkey in the freezer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can preserve it,
Yeah.
you know, you can freeze anything.
Yeah. I mean, it stayed frozen, so I guess it's still okay. But
Yeah,
who knows? I don't know.
right.
But that's 18% increase.
That's inconceivable.
But Trump denies it. He says that the prices are lower.
No, because he still think he talking to a bunch of idiots. He still think we not going out to the grocery store and noticing that eggs is almost $4 a damn carton.
Right. And every person they interview on TV about affordability and about prices increasing, they don't look like us.
Of course
that's
not.
complaining about it.
Of course not.
So, hey,
The
you
ones
can't say that we're the ones lying about it.
The ones who
your
believed
people
all
on
them lies.
TV complaining about these prices. So your people lying. Come on now.
The people you told all them lies to and they believe they are finding out you've been lying. They starting to see it.
Yep. And that every time you open your mouth, all you do is lie. I heard one of them say, every time he opens his mouth, he just tells a lie.
And she
Every
voted
time.
for him, I'm sure.
Well, it was he. But,
He voted for
yeah,
him then.
I believe so.
I know he did. Because he
Because we
believed
already know he tell a lie. So
he believed in the economic and whatever else Trump felt like he had to tell people to get them to vote for him. He promised all of that because that is the root, that is the groundwork of politics.
yeah.
Saying a whole lot of nothing, but making it sound real nice.
Yeah.
We can read. We know how to articulate. We know how to interpret. Fool. We know what y'all saying for real. The ones that know what politics really is and how the government really work know what you saying. The question is, are you going to keep allowing yourself to get away with this shit? Because a lot of us are starting to wake up and realize that it ain't got to be put into a fancy bowl to realize that you've been lying this whole time.
Well, Miss Nicki Minaj. Trump has gotten her to agree to help them in their proposed initiative
To do what?
to deploy troops to Nigeria. On that thing to go on over there to Nigeria.
So who is that for? Because it's not for Nigeria. What you so concerned about Nigeria for,
by
ma'am?
the persecution of
The
Christians.
Christians.
But yes, what do you get out of this?
There's something deeper here. What, mind you,
Why is she so intentional to become?
a martyr.
Yeah.
She's about to become a martyr. And I'm gonna tell you why. She cannot seem to admit to herself that her career is on a decline. And rightfully so, because maybe you haven't outsourced to other avenues to which you can make your money. Other than, the music. You can do other things. You can be an actor. You can do a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you having beef with all these women and they getting in your shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to be relevant like that. So you go, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to just make it look like I'm working with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
When really, I'm doing this for Nigeria. That'll make my image look better. Hey, listen. People got PR teams. People got people behind them doing all of this.
This is a good look for you, Nikki.
And not doing a whole lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact that you are still an individual that tries to stay relevant by being mad at women that are rapping like you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not like you, but they in the same lane you in, hip-hop wise.
Mm-hmm.
And they just out here doing them. SZA just came off of a tour. What you beefing her for?
Right. There's enough pie for everybody.
Well, let's hope so.
There is, but
If we sending $2 billion to fucking Argentina, ain't enough cake for everybody. Goddamn it! Something gotta shake.
But I'm saying that to say, our community is the only community that can't support one another. The only community that can't lift each other up.
And I
Come on now.
as messed up as that sounds, it's true.
It is. It is. The other communities, they ain't gotta like each other.
Well,
They
stick
ain't even
together,
gotta
though.
respect each other.
They stick together.
But
though.
they stick together.
Yeah.
Not us.
No, I think, you know what I think it is, though? I think it has a lot to do with what other people find valuable. And the people that are influenced by these people that find all of this tangible shit valuable, they are inspired to be of value. But the only way they see value is this. All the chains, all the jewelry, all the women, all the cars. How in the hell is that an inspiration when you don't even stay rich like that? If the idea is to be rich and not look rich, then that shit is not how you do it. Because a lot of them don't even own that.
Right.
That shit rented. A lot of that shit rented. If you see somebody that bought a nice old chain, but you see him wear it all the time, it's because they really value the damn chain. They bought that chain outright and is going to wear it until it break.
Right.
Because they value they appreciate the shit they spent their money on. People that rent the shit, they rent it for the image. When you see them out in public, where is it? Do you go to that? Can you find that house that they rented on Google Maps? How much you want to bet that's an Airbnb?
Yeah. That's so true.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, moving right along to Operation Charlotte's Web.
Ooh, what is that?
That's what they're calling the Border Patrol and the ICE raids on Charlotte, North Carolina over the weekend. That's what it's called. Operation Charlotte's Web.
How rude of them to use a childhood movie and book to terrorize a state. What's wrong with y'all?
I know, my favorite too. I was very insulted. And the author's granddaughter is very
Oh, she should be furious.
enraged right now.
She should be furious because how
Yeah.
dare you?
Yeah.
For your own personal gain to do some heinous, unspeakable things?
Yeah.
You want to use that?
She said that was not what either a grandmother or grandfather, that is not what they stood for
Of course
at
not.
all.
Because they think they can speak for everybody.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah.
That is nonsense.
And thus far, they have made 81 arrests thus far.
Which all will be reversed.
Yeah.
They're all going to be reversed. Everything ICE has ever done so far is going to get reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Only because a lot of them, some of them are acting like they ICE agents and they not.
Right. Right. And
all you got to do is put on a ski mask and some sunglasses and a vest that look like theirs. And they'll just assume you're an ICE agent.
Right.
And you can do as you please.
And they snatching you out your car and whatnot and just taking you.
Now imagine going to a community where we don't give a fuck about none of that. Then what?
And we know that is coming. That is coming.
Let them go places.
They just haven't gone into the right neighborhood.
Oh,
yet.
they've gone to the right places and they have paid for it.
And
Chicago.
And they hurried up and got on out of there.
They paid for it. New York, they paid for it. They can come here. They gonna pay for it.
Oh yeah.
Go to Florida. You gonna pay for it.
So am I allowed to go to Green Top now?
Everybody need to think about going.
You know, y'all told me I couldn't go to Green Top. So I'm
hey,
just
listen.
wondering, do I got permission?
Just because.
That's just a side note, y'all.
Hey, listen. If all you need is something for the house, if you hear anything sudden, unrecognizable, whatever, just start firing. You ain't got to hit them, because 9 times out of 10, somebody who hear a gunshot, they ain't gonna know where it's coming from. They hitting the door because they don't know who's shooting at them. They just know that whoever house they in, they didn't think they was gonna have anything to shoot with. That's really the primary goal, is to go up in somebody's house who you think ain't got nothing in there.
Right.
Whole time, all you hear is gunshots and them bitches just going off. They out of there.
Yeah.
So
the folks in Charlotte, they were told to, when they saw them, to record their actions. So this one lady had hired, I don't know if they were Hispanic or Peruvian or what nationality they were.
Yeah.
But she hired them to put up her Christmas decorations. So they was out in the yard, hanging lights and stuff.
Right.
And they pull on up and get out, and they're asking them if they're citizens and all of these questions and whatnot. And she looked and she said, "There's somebody in my front yard with weapons." And so she told her husband, elder lady, somebody in the yard, So she said she got her phone and turned on her camera and went on out there on the porch and started recording them. When they saw her recording them,
they stopped.
They hurried up and got in the vehicle and left.
Because they not ICE agents. Because a real ICE agent not going to run. Because
they're going to tell her to get in the house.
Right. They wasn't real ICE agents. See, that's what I'm talking about. No. That bullshit.
But a particular auto place signed a deal with them for $2 million for vehicles for them to use for this.
Oh, okay.
$2 million.
So they out here just they out here taking donors' money.
Can
Taxes.
You imagine?
Yeah, because it's happening.
I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Hendricks Motorsports.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
2.45 million.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity.
So, we don't know if this is coming our way. We really don't.
Oh, we're gonna be prepared either way. I know I will.
Be prepared. I'm hoping in the future. I'm trying to figure out how to get it up and going. Town halls where we can discuss how to be prepared.
Right.
Should this happen?
Right.
What to do if someone tries to grab you and snatch you, because they're snatching people, and the asking of questions and answering of questions isn't done until long after they've got you.
Right.
And then they do all of that and release you.
Right.
If your papers are in order.
Right.
But not before snatching you.
Okay.
So we all need to be educated and prepared as to what to do.
Educated for sure, though, because
And
you
I
got rights
figure-
to defend yourself if there is a threat to if you feel like your life is in danger. The minute you see something that is irregular, you need to go ahead and just think of that as a sign of a threat.
Right.
Don't even think twice about it. If they look like you, they're not the threat, sir, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know, because I have seen some that look like me.
ICE
Working-
agents?
Yes, I have.
Oh, Trump
and
supporters
and that
then.
made me mad. Boy.
Trump supporters then. They're Trump supporters.
I'm like, are you serious?
They got that good old tariff check. They work for the
So-
government, so they're gonna If they look like us, they work for the government, and if they work for the government, they turncoat. Sorry. Now, I will say this: not all of us that work for the government are turncoat.
Right.
A lot of us are trying to work the system so we can help people.
Yeah, and I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The few of us that are in there trying to really just figure out how the hell we gonna make all this work for everybody, not just y'all, because
Yeah.
we live here too. Which all motherfuckers. We gotta band together doing all this here.
Right.
This ain't no this versus that. This is us versus them.
Right.
Simple as that.
Right.
Fuck that. We got to get a move on this thing.
Yeah.
So get prepared.
So I'm hoping that, we will start having some town halls so that we can learn how to be prepared should this happen in our communities. And as soon as I know more information, I will be ready to share that with everybody. And last but not least, I came across this and I thought it was quite interesting. And it's from a book. It's from a book. It's Francis Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've heard
So
of that.
I'm going to be reading this, and I'm going to ask you, what do you think, or who do you think? I probably gave it away now. Describes. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me find it. I had it right here. Okay. They were careless people. They smashed up things and creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and then released back into their money. Is that right? Oh, sorry about that. Reflected back into their money or their vast carelessnesses or whatever it was that kept them together and let other people clean up their messes they had made.
And you're asking me, what does that sound like? Or who does that sound like?
People that smashed up things and creatures and then reflected back into their money and let other people clean up the messes that they made.
That sounds like the government.
Yeah.
That sounds like the
Yeah.
government all the way. Because
But
the government is the only group of individuals I know that will literally sit here and look like they don't belong with the people they govern when that's where the hell they came from.
right.
And I'll never understand that. I'll never. I will never get that. Because how in the world, now that you have a government job, that makes you above the normal American citizen? You're still an American citizen, fool.
Yeah. So the careless people, Trump administration.
Right.
Now, Francis Scott Fitzgerald wrote this in 1925.
Well, I mean, because it's been like that since the dawn of time. There's always people that feel like they have a superiority complex over others.
Yeah.
There's always a I don't understand why looking down on somebody who can die like you is something that you need to be doing. That's a taught behavior. As long as you feel like you can do things that are superior to a human being, I guess, then you know, not everybody is going to have the same mind frame as you. Not everybody is going to have the same instincts as you. But that's human life, and not everybody is going to be the same.
Right.
We're all the same in one regard, and that is the species. We are all human. That is the likeness that should keep all of us to fucking together.
Exactly.
But I mean, you know, what do I know? I'm just a black man.
I hear you. Well, that wraps up my political minute.
All right, y'all. So, we are going to take a quick break. We will pause for the calls and be right back.
Confidence, beauty, elegance. At Greg Hall Boudoir Photography, we capture you at your absolute best.
With over 15 years.
Parenthood. Let's talk about parenthood versus parenting, the contributions and or faults to the child, and how we can share better information, how we can give better insight on how we can separate the two but still look at them equally as important. Starting off with parenting types. Now, apparently, and I Googled this earlier, there are 4 parenting types and I guess we'll take a deep dive into just what those types of parenting types are. Starting with the first one. The first one is permissive. So, apparently, the permissive parent is the parent that, quite frankly, wants little to no interaction with the child in terms of emotional support, just conflict in general, being avoidant, letting the child just run amok, no discipline. I guess it makes sense penning the name, permissive. So there's that, and then there's the next one. Also, let's not forget there is a firmness in being permissive, but at the same time, it still seems like you have to direct that towards the child, and that we'll get into all of that. So the next one is uninvolved, which is kind of self-explanatory. The parents either absent, or physically or mentally, really, uninvolved. Just it sounds how it sounds. There's no direct
You
contact.
ain't there.
Right. Boom.
You ain't there.
That right there. So, on to the next one is authoritative. Now, me personally, that's one of my favorites because that's kind of how I parent mine. They are very engaged. They care deeply and very firmly about their emotional development. Their how they do in school. How they their understanding of what it would be like to either get in trouble, not get in trouble, and ways to avoid getting in trouble. And then there's the authoritarian. This is strict parent. This is the no nonsense. You speak when you're spoken to, no talking, stay in a child's place, the whole, bravado and that is another one that's kind of self-explanatory. Authoritarians come in all shapes and sizes, and we've had a bunch of them in history. So let's get into what type of parenting types we got. Which one of those do you think you have?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, I know which one it is, but
Okay. Ooh. Well, my dad. You said what kind did I have, or what kind I was?
well, let's start with the one that you had first.
Okay. Okay. So my dad started out being permissive,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then once I got into my teens, he was the second one,
Okay. Well, uninvolved.
uninvolved. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it flipped just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
after I kind of got a little grown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, I mean,
life was life,
right.
and it caused all those different
Yeah.
changes to happen.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Then there's the mixing of, what you've learned versus what you've experienced. Because, the experience, just being in it is one thing.
Right.
But actually learning from that and being able to counteract that with some points or tips you may have learned as an adult
Mm-hmm.
to, apply to the parenthood aspect of everything.
Right. And my mom was always the fourth one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Always.
She's the that I said what I said and I'm standing on that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
if you breaking this rule, then there's consequences. Ain't no
We
you don't
can't
get no
talk about
you don't
it.
get no chances, none of that. You know what I say go
Yeah.
type. Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I'm the authoritative. But I'll say I probably got a mix of each, only because, you know, there's times where kids put you through certain phases of each of them. Like, you know, especially if there are circumstances that have you overstimulated, overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying, under pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know, it'll be authoritative, and then there comes a time where the child is just like, okay, well, let's start to trickle down to that authoritarian. So now you gotta poke your chest out a little bit, like, look, you gotta, boom.
Yeah.
And then, you know, sometimes even that doesn't work. So you gotta circle around and permissive, and you're like, you know what, screw it, do what the hell you do.
And let the consequences teach you a lesson.
And shit is hard. I'm gonna let you figure it out. If you can't figure it out, oh well. And then eventually, that will turn into the uninvolved, where you just like, fuck it, what's the point? So a lot of that does, as long as you don't let it trickle to a point where you got to do a full circle to the now you just don't care about it. Parenthood is way more important than just the choice you are making to be inside that hood.
Right.
That is the hardest hood I've ever been in, because it's never ending. It don't stop. It's also a choice, though. You know, not everybody wants to be a parent, and that's okay.
Right.
Perfectly fine. But
It's not for everybody, and it's
It's
not
not.
for sissies. I'm gonna tell you that.
oh no, it's not for the faint of heart. I tell you that. But one thing I did learn as a parent is you got to give yourself grace, because you may not necessarily know. There's no blueprint. They can make books. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can make PowerPoints. They can tell you what they think is a effective parenting method. But if we being honest, you've never been a parent before. So how would you know? Unless you were once a parent at first and you were successful at it. And I mean, I don't know
Even
about
with
you.
that, every child is different.
Right. And every approach is different. You know what I'm saying? You can be permissive and turn authoritative with the right circumstances.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It can all of those four things, each of them have a significant effect on the child. So the idea here is, how do you want your child to operate the older they get? Do you want them to be permissive with their own problems? Do you want them to be uninvolved to the point where they don't even think they have any? How do you want them to perceive life going forward?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be young adults. So we got to be mindful that the same process we went through as kids, they're going through the same exact thing. The only difference is they are exposed to 10 times more stuff than we've ever been exposed to. So we really got to be able to navigate through all of that shit. So a lot of that won't influence them in a negative way. We got to be that shield and that crack to bring in enough information so that they won't lose sight of the objective, which is to find your place out here. You're going to make mistakes.
Right.
We all going to make them. Even as adults, we going to make them. I made a mistake over the weekend, and I apologize for it with the kids. Because at the end of the day, you got to do that. You got to be able to, at some point, even as a parent, you going to mess up. So you always got to remember to spin the block, figure out what it is. They may not have known what it was that they did that they was going to get in trouble for.
Right.
So you got to put that to them in a way that they don't feel like they got to be scared to still be a kid. You still got to be able to apologize to them. Tell them why they got in trouble, and tell them exactly what it is that got them in trouble in the first place. That way we can better help them navigate what it might look like outside the house.
Right.
and the girls know how to look both ways before they cross the street. Because I let them know, like, look, we don't do getting hit by cars. That don't feel good. We got to look both ways so we can make sure we know where we're going. And if you're going to have that phone in your hand, give it to me. You got to be able to see what's going on. So, okay, so which one do you least like parenting style-wise? Because even though each of them are significant, all of them aren't necessarily like...
Well, of course I don't like the uninvolved.
Right, right. But then again, do you think there's a reason why they're uninvolved?
Well, it can be a lot of reasons. Say there's a separation or a divorce, and one parent won't allow the other parent to be involved.
Right.
That's a great disservice to the child.
Yeah.
The child needs both of their parents
Right.
in their life in some kind of way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess it's safe to say.
If you can't stand Marshawn anymore, wish you never met him, can't
Right.
stand the ground he walk on,
Mm-hmm.
oh well, get over it, because you chose Marshawn,
That part.
okay? You just didn't lay there and a baby pop into the crib the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you liked him enough.
Yeah.
So you get over it because your child is more important than you not liking Marshawn anymore.
Okay. See. And that
And I know, ladies, y'all ain't liking me right now, and y'all not gonna like me a whole lot tonight on this because
So
I gotta go there.
Because I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to tell it to them too. In order for all of this to work, you have to understand three things. One of these things is, in order for you to understand who made the mistake, you have to understand who made the first decision. If you were the person that chose to go, you know what? I like how he look. I'm going to give him a shot. You have now given yourself all of the outlets he may be abusing, and you have given him a body bag to beat up. Okay. Maybe that's not your fault, because poor decision making is learned too.
Yeah.
So let's just put this in a way that doesn't make it look like we're casting any blame, throwing any shade. In order for you to know that you're making poor decisions, you have to look at all the decisions you made up until you met this person and how that affected you now that it's done after the fact. If the child was never a part of the situation, and yet you're doing something that comes with having a child, I don't think... One thing we do not take seriously is what sex does. We just like how it feel, but we don't ever think about what it does. What it means for us as men a lot of the time, if we going in guns blazing and we doing all and we ejaculating and all that, first of all, the female not gonna know you doing it. Let's just start with that. They not gonna be that smart to be like, oh, did they? No. Okay? We gotta be mindful of that going in. Like, this is what happens when you do that. And if that girl don't like you like that, she will make sure she get every dime out you. Why are you trying to... That's what I don't get. We so caught up on the fact that sex feel good that we don't understand that sex only feel good for a short goddamn time.
But can last a lifetime.
But what happens after it, if you not careful, will last you your entire goddamn life. Why is something so temporary so damn appealing? Why is temporary that important? if we all search for forever. Parenthood is one of those things where if you fully dedicate yourself to it, you really don't know the lengths you could go to make sure your child is successful. And you could feel proud of the fact that they did everything that they wanted to do, and it aligned with how you raised them.
Right.
You can have some grace in your life knowing that they growing up with some type of intent of purpose.
Yeah.
But if we going out here just fucking and we just fucking, a lot of us can't even. A lot of us have condoms and we don't even use them.
I never understood that.
Some of us can't even afford them.
Well, now they give them away.
We not going to no clinic. We got to be forced to go, especially us men. We got to be forced to go. If ain't nothing happening down there, ain't no tingling, ain't no scratching, ain't no itching, ain't nothing falling off, we not going. We not going. Now, if something don't feel right, that's when we going. It's fucked up,
Yes.
but it's true. Something got to go wrong down there, male and female alike, for us to go to the clinic instead of going every time we have a partner.
And meanwhile, some, I'm not going to say all, some, you just going from this pedal and this pedal and that pedal and that pedal.
Soul ties.
Yes.
Now, I seen a reel maybe yesterday, and this lady said marriage is fake and soul ties are real. And I thought to myself, okay, now why exactly would she say that? And then it dawned on me. America gonna make you get a license to marry somebody. I don't agree with that.
Well,
Because what if we
Here's the
burn that
thing.
paper? Does that mean the marriage go with it? Is it that important to put it on paper?
that's government.
Right. But what about the union itself?
Right.
Why is that not more important and way more lucrative business wise than a marriage that the government christened as a business? Because that's what they're looking at marriage as, a business.
Right. Right.
So why can't two people as a union literally create a business for themselves to the point where the government can't say anything about it? They can't get money off of you because you making money off of them. I'm like, all right. Now, the soul ties thing, polygamy, women and especially men these days ain't even a lot. Well, the ones that I'm running into, they're not even concerned with women these days. They just want some money because it's too much of a hassle. Women want stuff they've never had. How is that possible? Not all of them, but there's a generation of mine specifically, mine and the one after ours. They have this thing where if they get something they've never had, they'll appreciate it. I don't know how when you've never had it. So how would you even know how it feels or the experience of it if you've never experienced it? It's almost like trying to tell somebody that it's like trying to tell somebody about their kids and you ain't got none. How'd you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's no real. You can't fact check somebody who's doing the shit currently, because they still trying to fact check. They still trying to try different shit out so they can figure out what might be the best thing for them. And some of us, we don't even try to figure it out. We just do it because of how we saw our parents do it. A lot of us are defaults. We don't learn shit. We watch our parents do it.
Right.
And because that's our parents, all we can do is go, well, shit, if they did it, I can do it too. It's easier that way. Versus having to look back on your life and how many decisions you made, right, wrong, and how your upbringing affected how those decisions were made.
Right.
And if you are in a space where you are not where you're supposed to be, that can mean a few things, but realistically, it can only mean one thing. Either you did not learn from whatever it was that you experienced, or you did, and you applied it.
Absolutely.
Either way, it's like we cannot go after the product. We have to go after the manufacturer. We have to see where their head was at when they was doing the parenting, because now we have to create our own version. We can't use that version. A lot of us can't use that version because there probably wasn't a stable version to use as an example.
That's true.
So,
But here's the thing. I know some women who were raised by parents, and they had, I'm not too sure about if the fathers were strict or not, but the mothers were strict.
mhm,
Yet they allow their grown daughters to talk to them like dogs.
yeah,
And they still continue to be there for them and
mhm,
do for them and,
Yep.
watch all their kids and
mhm.
and just stand in the gap.
Manipulate.
And it just blows my mind. It blows my mind.
Mhm.
And I try to
Mm.
understand.
I know who you're talking about too.
Well, I know two women. And I try to understand.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to understand.
Mhm.
I don't understand. I can't.
All right.
Because I had a strict mom.
Mhm.
But if either one of my children had given me their hand passes to kiss, I'd be visiting them at the cemetery every Sunday after church. Ain't no way.
Funny.
Ain't no, and I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
you remember when I was pregnant,
Mhm.
what I did to you.
Yeah, you jacked me up. Mhm.
I don't play that.
Yeah.
Not when I'm there for you. You know, if ain't nobody else there for you, I'm there for you and then been there for you.
Mhm.
And you gonna tell me kiss your what?
Mm.
Kiss your what?
Mhm.
Oh no, wait a minute, I got something for you. Hold on one second.
Right.
No, you're not going to do that. And I can understand. Because when one told me how their mother was, and her brother told me how their mother was.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so your mother was like this, but you allowed this to continue to happen.
Mhm.
What's wrong with you?
Oh man, listen. I don't know what that I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. I think it might be a fear of just realizing that your child might just be independent without you, and they might not need you anymore, or that parent just might be in fear of being considered a bad parent because they out here just making poor decision after poor decision. And I don't think they really want anybody else to know that their child is how they are, so they deal with it to keep it contained. Because if that parent were to go, you know what, I'm done, that child gonna tear everything up. So now that parent feel like they gotta guilt trip themselves into taking the shit because that parent know that they can't handle the shit. So what you build is a guilty conscience, because now it's like you don't want to let them go on their own because they're gonna fuck it up.
Right.
But if you keep them close enough, they'll be all right. Problem with that is now you allow them to do and say whatever they want because they have now been coddled into being provided for. And no parent wants to feel like they can't provide for their child. So in that regard, it's real tricky.
But they grown.
Yeah, but see, once you have a child, that's always gonna be your baby. Always. No matter how crazy, no matter how wild they turn out, that's still your baby. Now you may not approach them as such all the time, but that's still your kid though.
I understand that.
So it's
Once
weird,
you
but
take it to that level of disrespect from me,
yeah,
I ain't looking at you like a kid.
yeah. But you know what
And
though?
you be my daughter too.
hmm
Oh, I'm coming at you like a grown woman that you acting like.
Guess what though? Check this out.
Hmm.
Do you think she taught her how to regulate her emotion?
No, they both. See, I need facts over feeling tonight.
Emotional regulation is real because you got to be able to point out which emotion makes the most sense at that time.
They not.
If you
They're not
can't,
able to do that.
you can't pull an emotion from somewhere and be like, okay, well that's how that feels. That's what that is. All right, so let me backtrack and figure out why I felt like that.
Right.
We don't never sit down to process any of our emotions normally. We have them and then we use them. And then we tie emotions we tie a lot of our emotions to experiences.
Right.
And those experiences weren't learned from. And experiences that haven't been properly processed cultivates into trauma. And because it's trauma, you're not trying to go back there to figure it out. You want to get away from all of that. So what do you do when you got one somebody and another somebody who one person has the experience of being an adult but not being a parent, and the other one has experience of that parent not knowing how to be a parent at the beginning.
Right.
So the decisions being made up until they're old enough to make their own will always reflect that child and the decisions that they decide to make.
Right.
So if a child decides to go out in the street and get killed, what do you think happens? Or what do you think happened prior to that happening? Somebody wasn't there.
Yeah.
Somebody was probably either
Somebody
uninvolved
dropped the
or
ball.
permissive.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, a lot of those permissive, uninvolved, and authoritarian can go either way, because there's no direct connection to the child, not emotionally at least.
Yeah.
So you really got to take a look at what people have learned themselves as adults, and whether they're applying that to their own life. Because if they not, then that would explain why the child, if they were to have children, that would explain why the child lacks the same thing the parent was lacking at their age.
That's it right there.
Because the parent don't know it, so the parent can't teach it.
Right.
And then they finding out that the child been doing this, and they ain't realizing that they was doing that at their age. They ain't know what was going on. They didn't have the knowledge either.
Right.
Can't teach knowledge if you don't know knowledge.
True.
It's that simple. I mean,
So true.
it's very complex though. Don't get me wrong. Parenthood is scary, especially when they get older. It gets scary because they start making their own decisions, and you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because if you're not okay with that, that will definitely emotionally ruin your child. There are a lot of people out here that hate their parents because they were not very exceptional adults. They didn't look at their child like, I love you no matter what you do. It mattered a little bit.
Yeah.
It mattered a little bit. But as a
Just
personal
couldn't convey
goal,
that.
right. So as a personal goal, you just want them to do what's best for them. But you gotta
Like when
also,
you told me you were going to be a rapper, and I really wanted you to go to college
yeah.
and be in a fraternity and whatnot. Yeah.
And now look, we got logos, we got music videos, we got I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If I hadn't went to college, I don't even think I would have taken that seriously. I probably would be out here doing something a whole lot better with my time. But hey,
Hey.
I'm here now doing this with you, with children that I love extremely. Everything is the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So, hey. And that was due to what? Good parenting.
Oh, thank you.
Just saying.
Thank you.
There's no way I would be able to articulate in any form or fashion what I may be feeling or what I may be thinking if there wasn't some evidence of some solid foundation being built.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the foundation is strong and the intent is pure, all the mistakes I'll make will be personal. And then everything else will just be goal driven
Right.
or what I've learned based on what I saw.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful enough to be in a position where I can process everything and just be like, all right, well, maybe I overreacted here, or maybe I said something that I should have reworded. Sat back maybe two minutes longer to figure out how I'm gonna say this. A lot of times it get difficult as a parent though when you know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you want to convey that message and sometimes, they just in play mode all the time. Boo, 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 boo.
Well, that's their job.
Yeah, and see, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to start realizing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like their kids, a lot of the stuff that they know, only 5-year-olds know.
Mm-hmm.
They not gonna know nothing else.
Yeah.
So I really gotta understand, like, they are children.
Mm-hmm.
And unless I instill all of this stuff in them,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna know how to apply that in succession when I'm not around.
Mm-hmm.
So I just gotta be mindful to do my part.
Right.
And whatever that looks like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just gotta keep in mind that they are still little human beings.
Yeah.
They still got feelings too, even though they may not know what they are. They understand them a little bit. Just 2 of them, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's happy or sad. It may be
Well,
a little
those are
angry.
important ones.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, as long as the feeling for me is happy, I'm cool with that. If it's sad, talk to me, we can fix it. If you upset, talk to me, we can fix it. It's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm approaching them like I would approach an adult,
Mm-hmm.
just without realizing that they're an adult.
Right.
Because we'll talk to adults, and we won't know they're adults till we start talking.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing that we in parent mode talking to a whole grown ass adult.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't know how to turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Because we always in that mode.
Right.
Like, it'd be hard, but at the end of the day, I think it's easy to look at the things that you've learned as a child leading up to being an adult
Mm-hmm.
and what that would mean for you as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can still maintain your individuality as a parent. I mean,
Right.
as a person.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to be able to find a meeting point
Mm-hmm.
where we can be ourselves and parents without sacrificing from either or.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's definitely a balance there. We just don't want it to look like we giving more effort to one than we are to the other.
Right. And
So.
also, it's very important to make sure that children know it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's okay to feel these things you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling sad, it's okay to feel like that. You can
Yeah.
cry. It's all right.
There's no such thing as perfect.
No, it never will be.
Mm-hmm.
Just be yourself. I know you a big ball of energy. That's cool. we can regulate that energy into outlets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let you figure out what you like and tap into it.
Right.
So, you know, that all come with time. And I mean, I got 2 of them at a time, so I gotta be sharp. And that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But do you have any suggestions, book suggestions on what to read as far as parenting goes? Before we wrap this thing on up.
Well, I do have one book on generational curses that I wanted us to touch bases on, because that's something, especially with women that are raising girls
Mm.
that have dealt with trauma as they were growing up.
Yeah.
And they tend to pass that on to their daughters without even knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So I came across this book. It may help, it may not help, but I figure it's worth giving it a try to see if it may be some nuggets in there
Yeah.
that may be of some help. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
It's something, especially in our community. There are a lot of women that are still carrying a lot of trauma from their childhood.
Mm.
And they're carrying this backpack on their back, and they're trying to raise little girls. And in the midst of all of that, it's being passed on to these little girls.
Yeah.
And then the cycle recreates and recreates and recreates. So we have to figure out how to break the cycle.
Yeah, definitely. Well, y'all, that concludes tonight's episode of I Got Something to Say. Please love yourself, love others, and love who love you.
How can they reach you, Tabriz?
You can reach me at _Condolo, Instagram, Facebook. You can catch me there. I'll be daddying.
You can reach me on Facebook, Angela Canty Ingram. You can reach us on our Facebook page, I've Got Something to Say podcast. And much thanks to G Money, Big Time Radio Network, Big Time Podcast Network. We're here every Monday at 7 p.m. It has been a joy to be with you all, and I can't wait to be back with you all again next Monday. I believe next Monday you doing it on
I
your own
will
next
be
Monday?
here by myself, y'all. So we got some good stuff to talk about too. So we gonna get into that.
I can't wait to hear it
Yeah,
and see it for myself too.
it's gonna be great.
I'm going to a candlelight rock orchestra, y'all. So I can't wait to tell y'all about it when I come back. But in the meantime, y'all just hang in there, take care of one another, be safe, because we never know what's going to happen, but just be safe.
Absolutely.
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, because I won't I'll pop in and talk to y'all, but I won't be here. So just have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay? Peace. Take care.
To talk not just enough about trust, love, and where it stands. In our hearts, let's break the chain.